I'm not supposed to be here, but this is my parents' home.
I know the feeling.
And they just they got canceled from their fire insurance. So they're dealing with this. They're 90 years old. And through the state of California, because of this, they're 90 years old. They've lived in this house for 75 years, and they've had the same insurance, and these insurance people decided to cancel their fire. And we're going through this, and it just happened, and they have no fire insurance. So thank you, California insurance companies, supporting residents who pay taxes and love California.
Insurance companies in California dropped coverage of homes before the fires. But do you know why? Well, because of California law, they were not allowed to raise premiums to offset the additional risk that they saw coming. Insurance companies, they have to make a profit or they go out of business, and they can't offer service to anyone if they go out of business. So they saw the land mismanagement, definitely the water situation, maybe the politics of some of the government out there, and determined the risk is too high. We can't increase premiums, so we're just going to drop coverage completely. And this is the problem with government price fixing. It often has negative, unforeseen consequences. Unfortunately, the big government folks in California are completely, out of touch. They're just going to blame the insurance company, when in reality, it's their policies that caused the insurance company to drop coverage.
She came in last night telling me, she was saying, hey, get up. And I just laid there, because I'm used to going through tragedy living in California 30 years, right? But I just took it for granted. And then at 3:35, she said, we got to go. We get out at 3:35 this morning. We're driving down the street. We pass a fire about half a block away from our home. And when we passed that fire, I'm nervous because the fire hadn't gotten it hadn't gotten west of Lake, and we're west of Lake. So it hadn't gotten there, so I'm thinking, track down the fireman, tell him, he goes up there, comes back, they don't do anything. And so then we sit in the rouse all night, and now we're back, but we come back about 8 o'clock, and we see that everything has burned up. The house is totally engulfed in flame. Have a secondary home behind it. It's gone. The car, it's gone. The trailer, it's gone. Everything is gone. And I didn't take it serious, so I didn't grab anything, because I'm like, okay, we're gonna be all right.
All right, welcome back, and Shalom. All praise to the Most High, Yahweh Shem Yahushai, by Shem Rakak Wadash. Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone for teaching his truth that's going all around the earth. And Shalom to the hopeful elect, whoever and wherever you may be. It's your brother Atazawan, back at it with a quick lesson. All right, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Lord willing, this lesson to be edifying. All right, we're going to jump right into what we saw in the clip. All right, and I got that clip from the brother. His page handle is Arrows of Indignation. All right, if you haven't subscribed to that brother's page, please go ahead and do so. All right, he captures a lot of footage and shorts and all types of things, that can be used to edify, right, to teach a lesson. All right, so let's just jump in right here based on what we saw. We see these fires that are going on out there in California, people losing their homes, and you see where it was stated by one of the people in the clip, I think it was a man, right, who said that the laws or the lawgivers out there told the insurance companies that they couldn't raise their premium. So the insurance companies decide, well, they're just going to cancel everybody's fire insurance, all right? Which, it's a business tactic, all right? A loophole was left open because, and you got to figure these people who are in the political arenas who vote for things like this know that they left a loophole open. Because if you're going to say that you can't raise your premiums in the state of California, one of the biggest things that they have are fires. Okay, then should have also stipulated in your bill or law that you wrote that the people who currently have fire protection cannot be dropped. Oops. I don't think so. All right. So anyway, the insurance company is a big business. And that's the one thing that goes on with insurance companies. They collect your premiums, as that one lady said that her parents paid insurance for 75 years. All right. What do you think they were doing with the money? They were taking the money and turning it over, making money for the last 75 years off of those people's premiums. And so now the insurance companies are basically acting like, well, since we can't raise premiums, we're going to go broke. No, they're not. They invest every single penny that they get off of your premiums and quadruple it, if not by 100 times. Okay, over the years, insurance has always been, my opinion, is the biggest scam on the planet, because you pay for something that you hope that you never use. You see, and they take your money and do nothing for you. Okay, the minute you put a claim in, they want to cancel you. All right, and that's your laws and your political people who allow such business tactics. Okay, because that's all this place, Babylon the Great, is known for, is how to pull a scheme and a scam and do it in a legal manner. All right. Okay, that's all they've ever done, and they label it business. It's just good business to know how to legally cheat the people. Okay, and so this is another reason as to why this place must be burned down. Right, it must be destroyed. Right. Now we saw a clip, I can't remember on what brother's page, where at one point of those fires, you saw a chariot that shot out of the smoke and fire. Okay. So the Lord is doing his thing. Okay. And that's what we're witnessing. And call halal Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, right? Because we're closer and closer each hour that passes to getting the hell up out of here. All right, so with that, let's just jump in right here, Revelation 18:5, and it reads, "For her sins, which is Babylon the Great, have reached unto heaven, and the Most High have remembered her iniquities." And you also got to think about the fact that whose land was that? Issachar's land, right? Gad, Reuben, as they traveled west, okay? And these devils confiscated it, okay, over the years, and then put a high premium price tag on it to live in the hills and the mountains of so-called Southern California, all right? Verse 6, "Reward her even as she rewarded you, and double unto her double according to her works. In the cup, Salakia, in the cup which she hath filled to her double," right? So double punishment is coming to this place for the wickedness that it did against the children of Israel. And this place has to be destroyed, okay? Verse 7, "How much she hath glorified herself and lived deliciously, so much torment and sorrow give her. For she saith in her heart, I sit a queen and am no widow and shall see no sorrow." And that's the pride and arrogancy of the people who run this place, all right, known as America, okay, to all the other nation people around the world, all right, because war has never come here from another nation, but you're about to see it, okay. Verse 8, "Therefore shall her plagues come in one day, death and mourning and famine, and she shall be" what? "Utterly burned with fire, for strong is the Lord power who judgeth her." Right. And so if it be that the chariots have arrived, some of them, to get this thing kick-started, all right, and start some of these blazes, like I said, call halal Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, right? Let's go over here to Isaiah 10:1, and it reads, "Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees, that write grievousness, which they have prescribed," right? And that would be their, in this case, those lawmakers in California, right, who are more than likely in bed with the insurance companies, okay? And now these people are burned out of their homes with no coverage and nowhere to go. And as the one Jake man said, they've lost everything, okay? And Jake is so slow-bellied, he doesn't understand. He could have lost his life, okay, laying there asleep. when you see that there's a fire such as that, the first thing you do is get the hell out of Dodge. Okay? Never mind any of that other shit. As he spoke on saying he didn't get to grab anything. Well, dummy, you running for your life. Duh. Why would you want to grab anything? Just get out of there. Okay? But anyway, verse 2, to turn aside the needy from judgment and to take away the right from the poor of my people, that widows may be their prey and that they may rob the fatherless. And you can't help but to think that there are some Jakes up in them hills, you know, or round about the vicinity, right? Over there on Sunset and so on. Okay? There's Jakes up there somewhere, all right? And they're being done wrong now. Now, that other video that was going on, and the elder brother here in our camp, he did a lesson on it. Excellent lesson, by the way, about it sounded like two Jakes that was in their house with their dog, you know, and didn't leave, right? Because they were more worried about their possessions than their lives. Possessions can be regained, right, or replaced, but you can't replace your life. You know, it speaks into also the lack of knowledge that our people have, right, pertaining to the scriptures. Okay, and they don't understand what they're in the middle of here in Babylon. Okay, let's move on. This is 2 Ezra, chapter 16. We're jumping right here, verse 40. It reads, "O my people, hear my word, make you ready to thy battle. And in those evils," and these are evil times now. You see the evils that the Lord is bringing upon the earth. All right, those evils be even as pilgrims upon the earth, right? So you have to move as if you lose everything. You may only end up with the shoes on your feet and the shirt on your back, and you're gonna have to live that way. You're gonna have to move as a pilgrim in these coming days. This is just a precursor or a prelude to what you're really gonna see when Jacob trouble hits. All right. This is what you're looking at when all hell gets ready to break loose. Okay? Satan is not playing around. These devils are not playing around. All right? They know that their time is short. Okay? They understand that the chariots are here. You see? Verse 41, "He that selleth, let him be as he that fleeth away, and he that buyeth as one that will lose. He that occupieth merchandise as he that hath no profit by it. And he that buildeth as he that shall not dwell therein, he that soweth as if he should not reap, so also he that planteth the vineyard as he that shall not gather the grapes," right? Okay, so you have to live like no matter what you have invested and where it's invested, you're going to have to move as if it's a loss. You're not going to be able to carry it with you. You're going to have to run for your life. We'll go on a little bit further. "They that marry as they that shall get no children, and they that marry not as the widowers. And therefore they that labor in vain, for strangers shall reap their fruits and spoil their goods, overthrow their houses and take their children captives. For in captivity and famine shall they get children." All right, but the point is that all these people are going to be at a loss. They're not going to even, if they're paying a mortgage, more than likely not going to even retain the value of the land in which the house was built on. It's one thing to have the house, right, and lose the house, but you own the land. But it's another thing to lose both, okay? And you can't say that this it's a potential land grab, right? Because Esau always thinks that he's going to be able to control everything, all right, through their hands as a money grab or a land grab, okay? Because now it's open season on all so-called quote-unquote Americans. They don't give a damn who you are. The rich and the powerful, the elites, they want it all, okay? This is Revelation 12:12, and it reads, "Therefore rejoice ye heavens and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. Right? So there are things that are going on in the earth, through the power and spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, that's turning this place upside down now. Okay? That's what's happening. All hell is on the cusp of breaking loose. Right? And because of Esau's pride, Babylon the Great has to go down. This is Isaiah 5:20. It reads, Woe unto them that call evil good and good evil, and put darkness for light and light for darkness, that put bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter. Right, this place is turned upside down under the hand of Esau. Verse 21, Woe unto them that are wise in their own eyes and prudent in their own sight. And we can apply that to Esau, because they think they're going to be on the level of the Most High, that they're going to make this utopia for themselves, right? And all other people, right, will be servant and subjected to them, okay? And so they've turned everything upside down. But you also keep in mind that the Lord said, what? The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. The Heavenly Father did that for us for a period of time, and their time is up now, okay? But there are people filled with pride who think that they could supersede the prophecies of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, and that's that pride in them. Obadiah 1:3 says, The pride of thine heart hath deceived thee, thou that dwelleth in the cliffs of the rocks, whose habitation is high, that saith in his heart, Who shall bring me down to the ground? Right, that's Esau. We can do whatever we want. We're in control of everything. Okay? They're going to own the earth forever and ever. That's how they see it. Verse 4, Though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, and didn't Biden just sign into law that the national bird of the United States of America is the eagle? And though thou set thy nest among the stars, thence will I bring thee down, saith the Lord Yahweh. If these came to thee, if robbers by night, how art thou cut off? Would they not have stolen till they had enough? If the grape gatherers came to thee, would they not leave some grapes? And when you're talking about Esau, hell no, because Esau's going to take it all. How are the things that Esau searched out? How are the hidden things sought up? Right? So the prophets are back to tell you who Esau is, all the things that he's behind, all the things that he's done down the line of history, okay? And now to the point even where the Spirit of the Lord is pouring out and making them tell on themselves. Isaiah 47:1, it says, Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. Sit on the ground, there is no throne, O daughter of the Chaldeans. For thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate. Take the millstones and grind meal, uncover thy locks, make bare the leg, uncover the thigh, pass over the river. Thy nakedness shall be uncovered, yea, thy shame shall be seen. I will take vengeance, and I will not meet thee as a man, right? And that's when the return of Yahweh Shai comes. He's not going to meet these people as a humble man, but going to come back as an angelic force to do vengeance, all right? Take out the vengeance of his father, all right? On this place that has always looked at itself as being untouchable, okay? That their sins and what they're guilty of, nobody can make them pay for it, right? Speaking of other nation people, America thinks that it's this queen that has done no wrong when all they've ever done was murdered, robbed, pillaged, brought death, right? That's all they've ever done under the power of Esau Edom and all his laws, legislations, conferences, and Confederates, okay? Other nations that helped them, okay? Sit thou silent, get thee into darkness, O daughter of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt no more be called the lady of kingdoms, right? This bitch, it has to be burned because it's a witch, all right? America's a fucking witch, all right? That's why you have so-called Lady Liberty standing in the New York harbor, right? It's the Lady of Kingdoms. You see? This is Mark chapter 13, and let's jump in right here, verse 14. All right, concerning Jake. Jake doesn't understand shit. You mean to tell me, here you are, you living out there in California, you didn't run across the Hebrew brothers, the Hebrew Israelites teaching the truth? Okay. Verse 14, but when ye shall see the abomination of desolation spoken of by Daniel the prophet standing where it ought not, let him that readeth understand. Then let them that be in Judea flee to the mountains, and let him that is on the housetop not go down into the house, neither enter therein to take anything out of his house. And let him that is in the field not turn back again to take up his garments. Right. So this happened at a time, all right, as we always go into, when the Jews were fleeing out of Israel because of the Roman siege, okay? But it was prophesied by Yahushua, that these days will come, because it was already spoken of by the prophet Daniel, that a time was going to come when everything was going to get defiled, and these evildoers, these wicked men, will come in there and destroy and pillage and rape and burn and maim and all those types of things, all right, to the Jews. And of course the Jews fled, but it was a warning that this thing was going to happen and what not to do. Don't worry about carrying anything with you. Just flee. Okay? And that's the point, really. Because, you got Jake, as he said, he couldn't even get anything. There ain't nothing for you to get. And this thing is spiritual. Because as you listen to some of these people's testimonies, as most brothers are doing, what? The scriptures come out. Because it's a mirror image of what's going on as what's prophesied in the scriptures. See? And this lets us know that we're on the right track. And so we don't worry about those things. Why? Because of Isaiah 33:6. It says what? The wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times. And when you don't understand what's going on, you don't know the scriptures, you haven't repented, and you've seen the brothers and the prophets and the teachers, all right? Jake been on the internet, okay? You know that they've heard about the Israelites. But these people are spiritually dead, okay? And they don't know what the hell is going on. But for those of us in the truth, Isaiah 33:6, and wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times and strength of salvation. The fear of the Lord, Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, is his treasure, right? And so we, those of us who know this truth, we know what we're looking at, okay? And this wisdom and knowledge of the scriptures is going to preserve us unto salvation. Lord willing, we be of the number, okay? Because we have that fear, Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, okay? And so we're trying to learn daily, all right, and apply these scriptures to our lives, you see? But Jake is out there as a fool, okay, not understanding the time that he's in, all right? And a lot of them going to get caught out there, okay? So we keep our eyes on the news because we're the watchmen, and we're going to watch out for everything that's going on and report back, all right, for brothers and sisters who are in the truth, okay? Keep watching these videos. Keep studying. Don't just listen to us read these scriptures off and then forget about it, okay? Those of you who need to be built up in the spirit, then you need to listen to these lessons and then go back and read the scriptures and pray on it, right? And ask the Lord to increase you in wisdom and knowledge. So when times of trouble, evil times come to your door, you know exactly what to do. All right, with that, I end the lesson right there. All praise to the Most High, Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. Shalom.